players who are deep sleepers, at least for me and my perspective. I have a few here, so I'm going to make sure that I go fast with them. But my first one is Tyler Allgeier, running back for the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons ran the ball 559 times last season. That leads the league in 2022. It's all because of their head coach, Arthur Smith, running back supreme. I don't know. That's not really making any sense, but you know what I mean. They just drafted Bijan Robinson. Why? A lot of people might come to assume, well, why would you draft Tyler Allgeier, running back for the Atlanta Falcons, when they just drafted Bijan Robinson? Well, did you just hear me? They ran the ball 559 times last year. You think Bijan Robinson is going to get 559 carries this season? It's very unlikely. It's not likely at all. In the last 4 weeks of 2022, where Tyler Allgeier was given the reins of that offense, he produced 4 top running back 1 performances. And you know who was still able to put up some top 25 back running performances, Jacob? His running mate at the time, Cordell Patterson, who's now enters his 32 age season. And good for him, because if you're still playing football at 32 and you're a running back, the fantasy gods and the NFL gods love you supremely. But Cordell Patterson was able to put up 3 top 25 performances, and one of those was a top 8 performance. Now, listen, obviously he's going to take a for sure backseat to Bijan Robinson, but you can't put it out of the realm of possibility that Tyler Allgeier is going to see 10 to 12 touches a game, all right? And anytime he falls in the end zone, that's a flex play at best. Last year in 2022, flex plays on average for fantasy points per game in the PPR scoring format, a flex play was right around 9.6 plays a game. So if Tyler Allgeier can come up with 30 yards and a touchdown, that is a fantasy asset on your team. Not to mention, Jacob, he becomes one of the most, if not the most, supreme handcuffs in all of fantasy football, because we saw what he was able to do last year. We know the Falcons are going to run the ball a ton, and if Bijan goes down, Tyler Allgeier is prime for the taking all of that work that Bijan was getting. We got to hope that the team improves. I think Ritter's going to improve. I think they're going to pass the ball a little bit more. Regardless of that, this team is a run-first team. Tyler Allgeier should benefit from that. He's going way outside the top 100 right now. You could basically see him as a dart throw. He's, more so like around the 10th round, so right after the 100th pick. But I just think supreme handcuff and a guy who might be able to provide you some flex value early on in the season, I want that guy on my team. And I'm big, of course. You can let us know your comments down below. But I'm very big on handcuffs. So if I'm taking Bijan, I'm taking Tyler Allgeier in one of the most run
absolutely
in the NFL. Jacob, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I agree, man. And the thing is, yeah, so handcuffs are an interesting thing as well. Like, there are so many fantasy analysts who are like, they're so against it for some reason. And they're like, they're like, you're limiting your roster's ceiling. And I'm like, I don't care.
Ridiculous.
Who am I going to draft in the Tyler Allgeier range? If I have Bijan Robinson, right? Who am I going to draft in the Tyler Allgeier range that's more valuable to me than Tyler Allgeier? Nobody.
Play that game right now, Jacob. Are you drafting Allen Lazard?
We have to operate as if you drafted Bijan.
Sure. Are you drafting Allen Lazard?
No way.
Are you drafting? Well, you might be drafting Elijah Mitchell. Are you drafting Cole Kmet?
If I have Bijan, I'm taking Allgeier over Elijah Mitchell.
Fair.
For sure.
What about Cole Kmet?
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if I don't have Bijan, I might take him over these guys, honestly.
Fair.
Because I'm a proponent of handcuffs as well. Like, I think it's mandatory. Like, and look, it's just my opinion. It's how I play.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're alike in that way.
It's like, I even tried to do like handcuff rankings one year. Like, I should bring that back. But
we got an episode, baby. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, I think because not enough people talk about that. And it's like, when I'm listening to people say like, nah, I don't want, what's another premier handcuff situation? Like we don't really have the Madison and Pollard they were like the poster boys of handcuffs, and now they're finally starters. But
you could probably go like Derrick Henry in Tennessee. So what's that? Tyjae Spears, 3rd round rookie.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of them, right?
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, it's like there's a bunch, especially like a lot of rookies, right? Come in and they become handcuffs, and it's like, yeah, like there's enough of them to where like it's an important thing in fantasy football that not enough people talk about, and I think it is. I mean, you don't have to, but like I'm drafting like a wide like Alan Lazard instead. Nah, like that's ridiculous.
Stat correction, by the way, he's going in the 12th round, so even later than what I first talked about. But there you have it. Tyler Allgeier, running back for the Atlanta Falcons.
He might be the number. We need to do handcuff rankings. He might be the number 1. I got to look at him though. But
well, you heard it here first. 1. Let us know your thoughts about Tyler Allgeier down in the comments. Supreme handcuff, or you're not picking him at all.